Hi, student. Good day. Our today's chapter is a 9 for Strategic Business Leader, Stakeholder and Corporate Social Responsibility, which are so called as a CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. You have seen in many website of corporate website or under corporate section, CSR, there is highlight is there in each and every website, international companies or maybe local companies also. So because they have to disclose about their role in corporate social responsibility for the companies, the country's welfare, for atmosphere, for culture, for all these points they will have to explain in this area. Under this chapter, we will discuss critically assess the concept of shareholder power interest using the Menlo model and apply this strategy and governance. Evaluate the stakeholder roles, claim interest in an organization and how they may conflict and be resolved. And the social responsibility, viewing the organization as a corporate citizen in context of the governance. So this is our today's topic, and we'll discuss these areas, how this is identify the nature of CSR course, corporate social responsibility will identify, then how this corporate social responsibility with the stakeholder theory, corporate citizenship and shareholder ownership. And then under shareholder theory, the definition and shareholders, under shareholders they are further explain all these areas about the shareholder classification, shareholder relationship, share motivation, and impact of shareholder. Under CSR, they refer to the organization considering and managing their impact on a variety of stakeholder. The stakeholder is environment, the species, the employees, shareholders, suppliers, customers, local community, environment, and you name it, the financial institution. They are responsible to answerable. Corporates are answerable to all these type of social environmental things. They have to protect them. They have to take care of all these activities. A corporation is an artificial person. In law, it has some rights and responsibility as a human being. Okay, the corporation is a notionally owned by shareholder but exists independently of them. The shareholder has a right of vote and paid a dividend, but the company owns its assets. Okay, and managers have a fiduciary duty of to protect shareholders' investment. Morton Friedman said, argued that the relationship to this definition, corporation has no responsibility outside making profit for the shareholder, but only human beings have a moral responsibility for their action. Like managers have their duty of action to in the interest of shareholder, and this point of law, any other person in the shareholder is a better. Social issue are then province of the state and not the corporation. Okay, the argument against this viewpoint needs to provide organization with an alternate view that leads to a same outcome of profit. Okay, enlightening self-interest. How the self-interest is enlightened, corporation perceived as ethically sound and rewarded with extra customer. Corporations which are ethically unsound are boycotted. Employees are more attracted to work or for more committed to social responsibility, voluntarily commitment for the social action program, and then positive contribution of social for their activities and keep them busy in social games. The shareholder and their claims. Already stated in chapter, any person or group that can affect or to be affected by the policies or activities of an organization. It is a definition which we already have covered, stakeholder and their claims. Shareholders claim. Shareholders claim they seek influence of organization. Okay, the direct stakeholder claims usually ambiguous and are often made, and then indirect claims are made by those stakeholders unable to express their claim directly to the organization. They have no voice. For this reason, this lack of Expression may arise from stakeholder being powerless. This issue is also there for your understanding. Stakeholder classification and reaction. Classification of stakeholder are internal and external. Internal is a management positive, possible trade unions, and external customer, competitors, and suppliers, and the many others are there. Narrow and wider stakeholder. Narrow are those affected or who are dependent on corporation output, such as the shareholder, employee, management, customer, and suppliers. These are the narrow. Wider, those less affected, dependent on the company output, such as government, wider community, and non-dependent customers. These are the wider. Narrow are the within the inside of the organizations. Primary and secondary stakeholder. The primary stakeholder are direct effect of the company and without whom it would difficult to operate, such as the government. And then secondary, those who limited direct influence on the organization. Active and passive stakeholder. Active stakeholder wish to participate, so include in management and employees. Passive, those who do not wish to participate, may include shareholder, local community, government, and customers. So, student, you have to fast pace to learn quickly and to understand these are the basic things of the company. You consider yourself in the organization, and then it will easy for you to understand voluntary and involuntary stakeholder. Who voluntary are those who stakeholder who choose to involve in organization decision making, such as management, employees, and the groups. And involuntary, those stakeholder who do not choose to involve in the company's operation, so they cannot withdraw in the short or medium term. Legitimate and illegitimate. Legitimate stakeholder. Legitimate are those who example an active economic relationship with the organization, such as customer and suppliers. Legitimate are those who such a link, such as a terrorist, with who there is no case of uh, taking their views and account when making decisions. Managing a stakeholder relationship, shareholder mapping mental model. It is saying that if interest is high of the stakeholder, so they will be keep informed, and with the power, low power, they will be keep informed, and with the low high interest, and then high power and high interest will be the key players. So this Mentlo has explained this rule and this definition, and you can go through these areas. So it will clear your concept about this course of work, automation of process, and how it is happening. And then they explain all these mental model, power model with the low interest, the low power. The stakeholder typically includes small stake shareholders. With the high interest and low power, the shareholder would like to affect strategy or influence. And then low interest with the high power. Low interest with the high power, they have low interest in the organization, but they have ability to affect strategy and influence the corporate. But high influence corporate governance. Shareholder include director, major shareholder, and trade unions. This is under Mentlo. Assessing stakeholder importance. So three attributes are there. May be assessed: power, legitimacy, and urgency. Whether the stakeholder claim calls an immediate action. Definitive stakeholder possess all three requirements. Require immediate actions. Further stakeholder relationship. These are the stakeholder relationship which you need to understand and to go through. This is the reading part. Organizational motivation regarding stakeholder. This is instrumental. This is normative. Impact of stakeholder on corporate governance. How ethically accounting they are having internal management and system. Environmental accounting focus on exclusively on organization. Social accounting, their broader remit to incorporate employee conditions, and the sustainability accounting is a grand title that incorporates the triple bottom line of first these actions. Effective social accounting. The factors of the social ensuring effective social accounting, inclusivity, and then comparability, completeness, evaluation, management, disclosures. So these are all important points you just go through. Organization as a corporate citizen, corporate citizenship. What is that? Just go through simple reading part. This is government failure, the consequences of modern society with an abundance of products and services, failure government to deal with the risk of occupancy, sometimes the risk beyond the control of a single government, sometimes the electoral impact, and these are the reading part, corporate power, how it is affecting the company's growth and development. These are the reading part. Just go through, student. And I hope this is after this there will be end of this chapter. Yeah. So chapter is over. So just be precise and corporate social responsibility, CSR strategy. This is important one strategy, CSR, stakeholder carol strategy, economic responsibility, legal, social, and filter and effect responsibility, shareholder theory, definition, stakeholder, and then they have shareholders ownership, stakeholder classification, stakeholder relationship, Menlo, stakeholder motivation, impact of stakeholder on corporate governance. This is all for the chapter. See you in next chapter. All the best.